factors for the development of teacher education. First of all, I would like to introduce the learning process. Learning takes place when the student's mind actively engages in the teaching learning process and material. How to increase the active learning? Our rejuvenating aim is how to present information so that the students most effectively encode it into their long-term memory.
And keep your headset.
When the student's mind actively engages.
And keep your headset here. You are telling something whatever you want.
There are many psychosocial factors to improve the activities of teaching learning process. Some of them are discussed below, such as inquiry learning, fostering critical thinking, etc. So that the students, first of all, will see what you mean by inquiry learning. The inquiry learning promotes learning through students' active investigation of questions, problems, and issues, often for which there is no one single answer. The inquiry learning fosters complex student learning outcomes such as critical thinking, habits of independent inquiry, and intellectual growth and maturity. Next one, fostering critical thinking. It fosters the sophistication in thinking in prerequisite to many of the goals of liberal and professional education. However, critical thinking is a deeply social enterprise. If you see the encouraging new teachers, some teachers after few years in the same education system are disappointed and are trying to move into some other system. This does not provide the best education. However, as a mentor could support each teacher to have a silent revolution in curriculum, classrooms, and staff rooms. So next we will see what are all the factors for supporting our teachers. Ideally, teachers should be a good role model. They are capable of fostering collaborative inquiry and reflections, being empathetic, and providing psychosocial support. So what are all the social factors on our teacher education at present? The Government of India in its education policies have social and psychological gap. The gap itself refers to the disparity in performance on various educational measures between different groups. What are all the measures? Multi-grade classes. Multi-grade teaching is a fact of primary schooling in India. Most states are still struggling to achieve the national norm of 2 classrooms and 2 teachers and a teacher-people ratio of 1:40 in every school. These include inequality of classroom management and teaching learning process, lack of clarity and monitoring learning outcomes, inadequate teaching learning materials, and learning practices for children. Next problem is medium of instruction. In some sense, the entire educational system in India is a bilingual system. No Indian students can overhope to complete his or her school and college education without studying at least 2 languages. But only thing in our country is we are multicultural and multilingual people living together in India. Next, what we need in the next generated people is students-centered learning. More important, the teacher should design instruction that would put the technologies in the hands of students. As a result of access to relevant technologies and revised curricula played important but supporting role. Finally, I would like to conclude Teaching is our profession. It is not just occupying students or babysitting. It is trying to achieve outcomes for individuals where students are people. Expert teachers respond to what is going on in the classroom and teach to assist learning. Mentoring is an ideal way to do this, as our new teachers bring the latest ideas to the schools. Teachers want to change practice, but not for the sake of change. Often there are innovative ideas from the university and student teachers themselves for the development of teacher education. Thank you one and all.